Self-esteem is a valuable pursuit. It impacts our decisions, our relationships, and our well-being in both the short and the long term. When our self-esteem is healthy, it affects everything about us. Equally so, when our self-esteem is unhealthy, it affects everything about us. It is vitally important. And yet, it is estimated that roughly 85% of people worldwide, adults and adolescents, have low self-esteem. So how do we overcome this pandemic? Years ago, although I cannot remember the exact source, I heard a life-changing piece of advice. If you want to develop your self-worth, do things that give you self-worth. You can't think yourself into feeling better about yourself, but you can take intentional actions that develop it inside of you. I have found this principle to be true in relation to self-esteem, but also in other areas of life as well. We fall into a trap when we think we need to feel good about ourselves before we can start doing something worthwhile. Because actually, the opposite is true. Positive action results in better thinking, not the other way around. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect before taking a step in the direction of the change you want to see in your life. Take the step and watch your circumstances change around you. This principle was powerfully illustrated to me during a trip back in 2014 when my family was researching orphan care around the world in preparation for launching our nonprofit, The Hope Effect. Alongside a group of friends dedicated to the mission, we visited an orphanage in Baja, California. While receiving a tour of the grounds, I noticed a small campground up on a hill nearby, which I asked about. The director explained the groups from California often stayed there when they came to volunteer. Curious, I asked what kind of things they did at the orphanage when they visited. And he replied, "No, they don't come to work here. They work in the city, teaching English, building homes, or helping one of the local churches. In fact," he continued, "not only do they not volunteer at the orphanage, but we actually send our children with them into the city to volunteer and to help with the families living in poverty." The director then opened my eyes to a brand new way to see the world when he continued. Because he said, the only way to overcome the victim mindset in your life is to begin serving others. And once you do, you realize how much you have to give. That profound insight has stuck with me ever since, and it further underscores the truth about our self-esteem. Our actions shape how we think about ourselves. We overcome the victim mindset by actively serving and seeing how much we have to give. And we best develop self-esteem in our own life by engaging in activities that bring it about. If you are among the 85% of us struggling with self-esteem, here are some ways to change your self-perception. Number one, volunteer somewhere. Volunteering is one of the most impactful ways to build self-worth and self-esteem. When we serve others, we shift our focus from our own problems to others in the community. But more than that, we realize how we can help to improve the lives of others and bring about a positive change in the world for someone else. Number two, commit to mastering a craft. Whether it's painting, writing, cooking, or any other skill, committing yourself to mastering something can significantly boost our self-esteem. The process of learning and improving builds confidence and a sense of accomplishment. Of course, you don't have to become the best at something for this to help. It's about dedicating ourselves to improvement and enjoying the journey of growth. Number three, create positive habits in your life. Developing positive habits such as regular exercise, healthy eating, reading, or journaling will have a profound impact on our self-worth. These habits improve our physical and mental well-being, they provide structure to our lives, and they offer us a sense of achievement. You can choose whichever positive habit you want to grow in, but I find that when I'm doing these 3 well, life gets better: exercise, eating well, and meditation. Number 4, practice a discipline of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. By regularly acknowledging and appreciating the good things in our lives, we foster a positive mindset and enhance our self-worth. Gratitude as a response to circumstances isn't particularly helpful because when we need it most, it's the hardest to find. But developing the discipline of gratitude, practicing it every day regardless of our circumstances, that is life-changing. And number 5, take small steps toward your goals. It's easier to steer a moving ship, as the old saying goes. If we wait until we feel fully confident and prepared to start pursuing our goals, we may never begin. Instead, take small, actionable steps today. Every step, no matter how small, can move us closer to our desired outcome, and it builds momentum. And whenever we do this, our confidence and our self-esteem will naturally grow. We don't feel better about ourselves just at the end of the process, but we grow with every single step. And number 6, engage in meaningful activities. Choose activities that align with your values and passions, whether it's supporting a cause you care about, attending a faith service, spending time with loved ones, or pursuing a hobby. Engaging in meaningful activities brings fulfillment and reinforces our sense of purpose and self-esteem. These experiences validate our worth and contribute to a more positive self-image. Listen, your first step in the right direction doesn't need to be a big one, but it does need to happen. And so I don't know who needs to hear this, but I know someone does. Identify one small action you can take today to intentionally move toward greater self-esteem. Maybe it's volunteering for an hour, anonymously sending a struggling single parent a restaurant gift card, picking up an old hobby, deciding to run a 5K, or simply sending a text expressing gratitude to someone in your life. If you want to be happy, do things that bring happiness. If you want to be grateful, practice gratitude regularly. If you want to feel more confident, step out of your comfort zone and take on new challenges. If you want to be a leader, begin to lead. And if you want to increase your self-esteem, do things that give you self-esteem. The entire world will benefit from you, and trust me, we're all cheering for you.